when I was exiting, I was so stunned that I couldn't come up with a clever exit line. I did not have an exit line. I was not intending on going home.
Okay, so episode aired for you probably while you were asleep. For us, it aired, I think, 8 or 9 p.m. last night. Have you had a chance to watch
No,
it
I was
back
at
yet?
work.
Oh, you're
I
at
was at
work.
work when it
Okay.
aired. Yeah, but we get our own stream here once it drops on Crave at 7 p.m. my time. So that said, I still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it. Okay. Well, how are you feeling today, regardless, like, despite not seeing it?
Listen, no, it's not because I haven't seen it. It doesn't mean that it's not all fresh in here. So it's just a matter of like knowing what did and did not make the cut. That said, this is a full circle moment for me. We waited a long time for between filming and now the airing of the show. Long time for us to kind of speculate what did and did not make the cut, how everything's going to play out. So for me, to be quite frank, 2025 was a huge struggle. I wasn't well mentally last year. It just felt like nothing went my way last year, and that really just kind of started to pile up, and it was a very heavy, probably one of my worst years. Not solely because of this experience, but because yes, it did set the tone, but so many other things kind of piled up on top of that. So overall, 2025, not it. Would not recommend. I would not give it 5 stars. With that said, one of the wisest queens on the season messaged me on WhatsApp and said, the full healing will truly begin once this episode airs, and she is completely right.
Well, speaking of, having a rough year, and obviously you've known how this has gone for a long time, we haven't. Has it helped seeing the overwhelmingly positive fan response today? I don't know if you've been on social media much, but from what I've seen, it's been so loving and positive for you, which is really, really rare from the Drag Race fandom, let's be honest. Has that helped you overcome that, like what you were just discussing?
Listen, the healing for me actually did start. I would say about a month ago, month and a half ago, and it began with me telling myself, it really is just time to, time to move forward and just don't do this for anybody else, but for yourself. I was just tired of feeling that way for such a long time. So the healing did start several weeks ago now, and about a month and a half ago now, to prepare me for all of this, for the inevitable. So the person now that you all are seeing that's happy, that's actually positive again, that's actually feeling alive again, it was because of yes, the whole year of work, but definitely the last 6 weeks of me mentally making an effort, consciously trying to put myself back together so that I'm here and I'm ready for when this all drops. And that it's not without the help, however, of my nearest and dearest here in my home city of Edmonton, but also just the sweetest cast, probably, um, of UK versus the World Season 3. Like the queens just are just so kind, not just to myself, but to each other. So all of this really helped get me to where I am right now, and I couldn't be more grateful for all the love that I've received before and the love that I'm seeing these past 24 hours. Twitter is X is mad as hell. So, hey, listen, I'll take it, and I'll take a win anywhere where I can get it.
Totally. Look, Melinda, speaking of Twitter/X, I have to ask you about something that really made me laugh this morning when I was scrolling. Have you seen
Okay.
people talking about the curse of Canada?
Yes. The
So
the parallel
So
the
there's
parallel
got
between me and
three of the
Lemon.
you
Yeah.
and Lemon have got such a parallel, but also three of the four versus the world seasons that have had a Canadian on it. Three of them have had a Canadian go first, obviously including you now. But by that trajectory, it could mean that you end up on something like what happened with Lemon and maybe win. Is that something that, firstly, do you believe in the curse? Like, what's your thoughts on this curse?
I'm not sure it's a curse itself. It's just that I think we're just so fucking fierce that you walk in there and you're like, no, no, we gotta get her, get her. I don't know if it's that, but we'll take that as a compliment. I think I'm in good company. Jimbo, Lemon, Kendall Gender. I'll take
Totally.
that. I'm in good company. I'm not. I'm not in the company of boogers. And if it's a booger, I'll take that as well. I'm sure there's something redeemable about that queen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
At the end of the day, it is what we make out of this opportunity that will matter eventually in the long run. Yes, I did feel regret. Yes, I did feel remorse and resentment having done this, knowing what I knew for the longest time. But everyone just kind of told me, just stay positive. You never know what's going to come out of this. And now this is just the beginning of what actually is coming out of it. I will say, however, that compared to these other Canadian queens that have been early outs, I've been on the Traders Canada. So I also have discovered the power of Mike or my non-drag persona. So that's another avenue, another platform that I can also keep on exploring and has been available to me. So 110%, I'll be back on your screens sooner than later.
Melinda, did it make it easier having RuPaul be the one that made the final decision? Because in some of the returnee seasons, obviously some of the queens send each other home and whatnot. How did that, how did you feel about that?
No, because that didn't make it easier. And in fact, if anything, that probably uh made it worse. In that this is a person that I've looked up to maybe since I was a kid. And I'm old now, so that's a long time ago. Also, drag race is the reason I got into drag. I've been doing drag for just a little bit over 10 years now, and it's because of drag race. So it's this person that almost like a deity, a godlike figure that I've looked up to for the longest time. And then there she was, shattering my dreams. That definitely did not, it was not it, sis. I don't know what did make the cut, but when I was exiting, I was so stunned that I couldn't come up with a clever exit line. I did not have an exit line. I was not intending on going home anytime at all. So on my way out, like I said, I don't know what made the cut, but I did not have a clever exit line because I was just so stunned. Like it was like a worst case scenario for me. So
Mm.
yeah.
Look, Melinda, speaking on that, actually, you said at the start of
Mhm.
it, well, I know you've not seen it, but at the start of this episode, something that made the cut was you and Untucked saying that basically you felt that you weren't that happy with the Ruru Vision performance. And then obviously we saw
Mhm.
you in the bottom this week as well. What do you think in these two episodes kind of went wrong in your opinion? Like, what do you think has resulted in this outcome?
Listen, the thing is, okay, I'm gonna try not to break my NDA here.
Yeah,
This all happened.
please
This
don't. Yeah.
all happened. This all happened in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna say how many days or whatever, but or how many weeks. Weeks. Um, there wasn't a whole lot of time between episodes 1 and 2. So for me to be, I think it's just me now thinking about the repercussions out in the real world because people are gonna think, oh, it happened yesterday and then it happened last week and then this week kind of thing. No, no, that's not the reality of filming TV shows. In the span of in that short period of time, nothing was going my way. I prepared for this thing months, just with the thought of the possibility of I could be on an all-star season sometime soon because I've been hearing it all year prior to this. So I went back to dance classes like 4 or 5 months before. Um, my snatch game, prepared for it, got myself ready with 3 characters, wrote the lines that the jokes, the memeable moments that I could potentially say on the show. I was ready, and on top of that, financially, I put everything to this season, everything to this season. So and just like that, in a matter of
A short
days,
period, it can, yeah, it can all
a
go
short
right.
period.
Yeah.
We're not going to say
Yeah.
how long. In a matter of short period, when nothing is going your way, your hopes and dreams that you worked on for at that time 9 years for me at that time 9 years could potentially go down the drain. Imagine the emotional and mental toll that would take on someone not having seen how it's going to play out. That
Totally.
all that work in a matter of days are and money, right? Work and money and effort down the drain in just a matter of days.
Yeah, I understand. It's a very, I think the viewers as well forget the process of Drag Race for us is over a period of a few weeks when we watch it, but for you
Correct.
guys is a much longer extended, because even when the show ends, it still exists to, it's still a big part of you guys' life, right? Speaking of kind of how it ended, obviously on Drag Race, it always comes down to sort of the lip sync. And people are calling this lip sync unhinged. People are calling it iconic. There's a lot of reaction to this lip sync. I know you've not had a chance to watch it back yet, but what do
Mhm.
you remember about when you finished this lip sync? Like, how do you think it went?
Bitch, I did. There was no way in hell that this bitch was gonna send me the fuck home. I was like, I was saving the tricks and all the shenanigans. When the right time comes, like the
Yeah,
finale, whatever. I want everyone shook that I could do all that bullshit, right?
got you.
But I was like, this motherfucker is not sending me home today, so I whipped out all that shit on day one. And I literally danced circles around Naomi. I was like, nah, not today, Satan. And then the second verse happens, and that's when I'm
Got you.
I just
Okay.
went on. I had my earphones with my MP3 player with me for the days that we filmed that episode, that whole time. And so for that to just leave me like that, like my own body, my own brain to kind of abandon me or betray me when I needed it the most. What do I even say? Like I said, from the get go, it just felt like whether it did or didn't, whether I'm delulu or not, how it felt to me was just nothing was going my way.
I
And
get you. Yeah.
it is what it is. It is what it is. It really is.
I think it is what it is a really good attitude to have because it is what it is. But look, Melinda,
That's
before
just
we let you
life.
go,
That girl, that's just life.
no, totally. It's very that. But look, before we let you go, we're very tight on time. So we'll just run through some very quick fire questions. So just say the first thing that comes to mind for these ones, all right? Fabulous.
Hit
So,
it.
first one is you said you had some Snatch Game character ideas in mind. Can you share who you were planning to play?
Can't reveal it because I still want to use that character or those characters for
Fine. Okay, so we're keeping that one secret. No worries, no worries. What
the
three words
costume is
would you...
there though. I'm looking at
Okay,
it.
it's right off camera. We can turn it around another day. But what three words would you use to describe the runway looks we didn't get to see that are still coming up?
Sickening, stunning, absolutely fabulous.
Love it. Who was the kindest queen this season?
I would say Serena Morena,
Okay, cute. Cute.
Mexico.
And who was the shadiest queen?
Zahira. Zahira.
Zahira, really? Oh, okay. Well, we haven't worked with
Boots.
her about that. Don't worry. Oh my, not
Boots.
Zahira. Zahira. Do you know what
Boots.
though? I will say from the edit, from what we're seeing, that Zahira's running around forming alliances. She's doing a lot. So I hear you. I hear you. She's doing a lot. Who would have been your dream UK guest judge?
Oh, la, la. Dream UK guest judge. Shit. They were all there. I really wanted to meet Alan.
Oh,
And
yeah, true. Actually, just the standard ones. Yeah.
I really wanted to meet Alan, if
And RuPaul as
anything.
well, I guess, for you. Yeah, that's quite funny
No,
actually.
I mean for sure, RuPaul, that was a dream. And Michelle Visage, of course. But from the UK, it was Alan, and I got
Yeah,
to meet Alan. So yeah,
Alan's iconic. Yeah, love that.
check.
Love that. And what would have been your dream lip sync song?
My dream lip sync song. Honestly, when it got there, I asked the producers, I'm like, are we doing 360? Charlie.
And if you could have formed an alliance with anyone in the season, who would you have picked and why?
It kind of, well, us Filipino girls kind of gravitated towards each other. So there was a little bit of that. And that bond is just instant because you connect with each other in a not necessarily deeper level, but like in an inexplicable way. You
Yeah,
just have that bond, right?
a natural level.
Um, yeah, right. But at the same time, my alliance is very much towards Canada. Like my number one priority is making my country proud, and it's Canada. And you know, whatever else might have thrown my way, I would have been open for it. I would have been even open to a Canada-U.S. alliance. Although right now
Well,
that's not
not,
a thing.
not in the real world,
Not
Grawlby.
a thing.
And look, lastly, Melinda, with now this is under your belt, you've done so much stuff beyond Drag Race and within Drag Race. What is next for you? What is the next thing you're hoping to achieve now that this is over?
I really want to get back on Traders. I even want to get on the Celebrity Traders UK because I'm kind of a UK girly now, right?
Yeah, of course.
I've
UK
been on the
traders, honey, we
I
don't play over in the UK,
no,
I tell you.
I've been on the BBC love. I can even fake a. Can I fake a British accent, love? I've been on the BBC.
God loves a trier.
Okay,
Maybe
maybe not. Maybe
that's a
not.
great note to end on. Yeah.
Maybe.
Listen, before I go Canadian, which we're not going to do. But listen, congratulations on, I know it was a short run, but it was so amazing. And I hope you feel happy that you've met the UK audience as well, because for a lot of us, that will have been our first time seeing you, and it's a really great way to meet you. So yeah, congratulations.
Feelings likewise, and I hope to see as many people as I can this year in the UK.